Okay, so I think at one point in our lives, we've all heard of the site known as GPT. If you don't know, ChatGPT is like an AI site that gives you answers, or basically an AI site that writes stuff for you. A lot of kids at my school actually use it to get their answers without doing their work. I'm exposing people. Me, recently, well, starting today, I've used it for weird movie concepts. Well, not all of them are weird, like fan fictions in my head. So, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Just to clarify, I'm not going to be using ChatGPT to write any of my videos and my films. I just want to clarify that. Although I might take some inspiration from space. But I'm not using it to write my whole things. I want to make that clear right now. I'm not going to use AI to write all my movies or my videos. I just want to make that very clear. So for this first one, I came up with a Winnie the Pooh slasher movie. Yes, I know there's already like 2 of them, and there's a whole cinematic universe in the works. Oh my god. But this one, had ChatGPT write it to where it's a Winnie the Pooh slasher movie using only Pooh as the villain and Christopher Robin and his family as the main protagonist. Not a bunch of sex models or girls camping in the 100-acre woods while Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are killing them, which one girl gets her shirt ripped off so her little, those are showing. And Pooh's like, oh. I saw the clip and I seen clips from reviews. I didn't watch the movie. I already know it sucks though. But to the movie, so hold up, I was clearing my nose. The title: Winnie the Pooh, Shadows of the 100-Acre Wood. Long line. I guess that's a plot summary. When Christopher Robin returns to the 100-Acre Wood with his wife and daughter for a nostalgic getaway, they find the land twisted into a nightmare. Their childhood friend, Winnie the Pooh, has turned into a relentless feral killer, hunting them down one by one. Act 1, The Return. Christopher Robin, now in his mid-30s, takes his wife Emily and their 10-year-old daughter Sophie on a trip to his childhood retreat, the 100-Acre Wood. Sorry. What was once a place of innocence and adventure is now overgrown, desolate, and eerily silent. The old treehouse is decayed, the wooden bridge collapsed, and the straight stretch lingers in the air. As they explore, Sophie finds a tattered red shirt near a hollow tree. Christopher recognizes it immediately. Pooh Bear, he whispers. They find signs of makeshift camps, deep claw marks on trees, and strange totems made of animal bones. That night, Christopher tells Sophie a bedtime story about Pooh. Well, bedtime stories. And his friends. But his voice wavers. Something feels wrong. Emily remains skeptical, but she can't shake the unsettling feeling of being watched. Act 2, Honey and Blood. The next morning, Sophie goes missing. Her trail leads deep into the woods, where they find an old, ruined house. Pooh's house! Inside, the walls are covered in cryptic messages written in what looks like dried honey and blood. Christopher left. Now they all must pay. Pooh emerges, grotesque and monstrous. His fur is matted with dirt and dried blood. His once-kind eyes are now hollow and black. He moves with slow, deliberate menace, his mouth coated in sickly layers of honey. Clutched in his paws is Sophie's backpack. Christopher and Emily flee back to the car, only to find it sabotaged, the tires slashed, honey dripping from the seats. As night falls, the true horror begins. Pooh stalks them through the trees, picking them off one by one. First, he ambushes a passing hiker, disemboweling him with his massive claws. Then he corners Emily in the remains of Owl's old treehouse. She fights back with an axe, but Pooh overpowers her, whispering, "You shouldn't have come back," before dragging her, screaming into the dark. Act 3, Christopher's Reckoning. Christopher, now alone, flashes back to his past. His childhood promise to Pooh. "I'll never leave you." But he did. He grew up, abandoned his friends, and now he's paying the price. Arming himself with a rusted hunting knife from an old shack, Christopher sets a trap, luring Pooh to the same bridge they once played on. He confronts his old friend. "I'm sorry," he says, voice trembling, but Pooh doesn't stop. A brutal fight ensues. Christopher stabs, slashes, and wounds Pooh, but the bear is relentless. Just as Pooh is about to land the killing blow, Sophie, alive but terrified, appears. She holds up an old stuffed bear. His stuffed bear. "Pooh, this is you," she whispers. Pooh hesitates. Something human flickers in his black eyes. Taking the chance, Christopher drives the knife deep into Pooh's chest, whispering, "Goodbye, old friend." The bear stumbles, falling into the raging river below, vanishing beneath the currents. Whew, we're almost done. Epilogue. The shadow lingers. Christopher, Emily, wounded but alive, and Sophie escape the woods, but as they drive away, Sophie clutches her bear tightly. Back in the 100-acre wood, the water ripples. A low growl echoes in the night. Pooh will return. Post-credits scene. Piglet's Revenge. In the deep, dark part of the 100-acre wood, something stirs. The camera follows deep claw marks, leading to a hidden burrow inside a pair of glowing eyes open. A low, guttural squeal echoes through the woods. Piglet is awake. Tagline: some friendships never die, even when they should. Good God, I am messed up. Eesh. So there was Winnie the Pooh Shadows of the 100-Acre Woods from GPT. And I actually kind of take this over the actual Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Or as I've heard YouTuber Rainbow Wrath for Life call it, Winnie the Pooh Bag of Money. I said Winnie the Pooh Bag of Money for anyone who can understand. I might actually write a sequel to this through ChatGPT. Not for actual fan film. If this video is successful, I will do another video in the style of this. But there's a Winnie the Pooh slasher based off of the beloved character. I think some of these might actually have 2 copies of the same film, so if so, I'll let you know. Next up, a Sonic movie adaptation of the 4 classic games by ChatGPT. So, here we go. Opening sequence. South Island. A lush, vibrant island. A blue blur speeds through the landscape. Cut to Sonic the Hedgehog, racing through Green Hill Zone, outrunning badniks. Sonic, voiceover. I've never stopped moving. Running is kind of my thing, but lately sometimes been off. A certain egg-shaped someone is up to no good. Cuts to Dr. Eggman in his flying eggmobile, commanding an army of robots, capturing willing creatures. Eggman soon. The Chaos Emeralds will be mine, and nothing will stop me. Sonic bursts onto the scene, smashing badniks, but he's caught off guard when a giant mechanical arm knocks him aside. Sonic. Okay, that can't be good. A titanic robot, the Death Egg Sentinel, rises in the distance. Whew! Act 1. The Chaos Emeralds and Tails. Sonic discovers that Eggman is after the Chaos Emeralds and sets off to stop him. He meets Miles Tails Prower, a genius 2-tailed fox who idolizes him. Tails joins Sonic after showing off his flying skills and technical know-how, but they track down Eggman to West Island, where the villain has built a new fortress. Sonic CD and Metal Sonic. Sonic and Tails arrive at Never Lake, where they see Little Planet chained to a massive structure. Eggman introduces Metal Sonic, a perfect robotic copy of Sonic, who kidnaps Amy Rose. Sonic chases Metal Sonic through Stardust Speedway, leading to an intense race and battle. Sonic defeats Metal, rescues Amy, and destroys Eggman's control over Little Planet. Act 3, Knuckles and the Master Emerald. Sonic and Tails head to Angel Island, where Eggman manipulates Knuckles the Echidna, guardian of the Master Emerald. Knuckles believes Sonic is the enemy and ambushes him. While Sonic fights Knuckles, Eggman steals the Master Emerald and powers up his new Death Egg Mark II. Why Mark II? I don't know. Knuckles realizes the truth and joins Sonic and Tails to stop Eggman. The final battle, the Death Egg. The trio infiltrates the Death Egg. Sonic faces Eggman's final mech, a towering robotic titan powered by the Master Emeralds. Sonic returns, upgraded and deadlier than ever, engaging Sonic in a high-speed duel. Knuckles takes on Eggman's defenses, smashing through waves of robots. Using the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic transforms into Super Sonic for an explosive final battle. Sonic defeats Metal Sonic while Knuckles lands the final blow on Eggman's mech. The Death Egg crashes into the ocean. Whew. Resolution. Knuckles returns to Angel Island, promising to protect the Master Emerald. Sonic, Tails, and Amy set off for new adventures. A final shot of Little Planet disappearing into the sky. Post-credit scene! Shadow tease. Fade to a dark, high-security gun facility. Scientists examine a crypto chamber labeled Project Shadow. Gun scientist. Finally. No. After 50 years, we finally found him. The camera zooms in. Shadow the Hedgehog, frozen in suspended animation. His red eyes flickered open for just a second. Fade to black. Yeah, this is pretty much a Sonic Origins styled movie. Not Sonic Origins Plus. Regular Sonic Origins without the DLC. But the Sonic movie 2 post-credits. I did not mean for GPT to have it that way. But my God, I wouldn't mind actually seeing that as a movie. No hate to the Paramount ones, and I'm looking forward to part 4, but you get what I'm saying. Third one, Marvel's Civil War adaptation. So, I thought this one had multiple versions. I think the other one, the original one, had Deadpool wanting tacos. Alright, overview. Marvel Universe is divided between two ideologies following a tragic event. The government demands superheroes register their identities, forcing them to work for the state. Captain America leads a resistance, fighting for freedom, while Iron Man supports the Registration Act, believing it's necessary for the greater good. This adaptation builds on the original story, but introduces new twists with additional characters and shifting alliances. Plot breakdown. Inciting incident. The catalyst for the Civil War remains the same. A catastrophic event involving a superhero team, the New Warriors, leads to innocent lives lost. The government, in response, demands the Superhero Registration Act. Iron Man supports it, believing that unregulated heroes are too dangerous. Captain America, however, opposed the act, seeing it as a violation of freedom. The teams! Team Captain America, Freedom Fighters. No, we just talked about Sonic, not those Freedom Fighters. Anyway, the Freedom Fighters. Or as I'm going to be calling them, the Secret Avengers. Captain America, Steve Rogers remains the steadfast leader, refusing to let the government control the actions of heroes. Wolverine, Logan fights for his own reasons, disagreeing with the government interference. Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff sides with Captain America, believing in personal freedom over state control. Black Panther, T'Challa has long believed in self-determination, joins Cap's side, wanting to protect his people from global oversight. Namor, the Submariner, is opposed to registration, seeing it as a threat to global balance, particularly against the Sea Kingdom. I am not Sylvester. Why did I take that long to say an S? Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad, initially neutral, joins Cap's side after learning the government's overreach. Spider-Woman Jessica Drew, a complicated character who, after considering both sides, decides to stand up with Cap's resistance. Punisher, Frank Castle, takes the fight to the government, willing to use any means necessary to defeat the threat of forced organ registration. Young Avengers, the team of young heroes, including Kate Bishop, Hawkeye would probably be a mentor in this case, I don't know, Wiccan, Speed, and others, join Cap, rejecting the idea of living in a world where they are forced into government service. Team Iron Man, pro-registration heroes. Iron Man, Tony Stark is the face of the Superhero Registration Act. Convinced that heroes need accountability and oversight to prevent further destruction. Iron Fist, standing Rand backs Stark's side, seeing it as a path toward more control and regulation over their actions. War Machine, James Rhodes, a longtime ally of Stark, supports his decision and stands by his side. Beast, Hank McCoy believes in the necessity, or however you say that, I don't know, of registration and controlling mutant activities, though he struggles with more complexity of the act. The Thing, Ben Grimm joins Tony's side despite his preservations, choosing to stand with his friends. I'm not laughing at what he's saying, I'm laughing at the Thing clogging up a toilet. I'm sorry, I should be retaking this, but I can't help it. I'm gonna reread that. Thing. Ben Grimm joins Tony's side despite his reservations, choosing to stand with his friend Stark. I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about it. Thunderbolts, led by Baron Zemo. I don't know why I made it Zemo, don't ask. Baron Zemo, the mastermind behind the Thunderbolts, using this team of former villains as an asset to enforce the Registration Act. Pretty sure he actually was a member of the Thunderbolts in the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really catch up in the modern comics all that much. And I said modern comics. I don't catch up with the modern comics all that much. I'm repeating so people can hear me if they didn't understand me the first time, okay? Red Hulk, a fearsome powerhouse brought in by Zemo to counter Cap's forces. Bullseye, a deadly assassin, joined the Thunderbolts as part of Zemo's plan. Deadpool, initially on Cap's side, Deadpool switches allegiances in the middle of the war, taking a more chaotic and unpredictable role. Matt Gargan, Venom. After initially siding with the government, Gargan's version of Venom is set to bring down the Renegades. Lady Deathstrike, a formidable foe with deadly claws, joining Zemo's team to eliminate Cap's resistance. Taskmaster. Taskmaster takes a pragmatic approach, seeing the Registration Act as a way to train the next generation of heroes. Even though he's a villain. Maybe it means warriors. Who knows? Elektra, ever loyal to Stark, fights alongside the pro-registration site, Tiger Shark. With his brutal strength, Tiger Shark joins the Thunderbolts, adding another layer of might to Iron Man's team. Songbird, a powerful sonic weapon who, after a much internal struggle, sides with Stark. Daken, Wolverine's son, who harbors deep resentment for his father, joins Iron Man's side. Key events, Spider-Man's role. Yeah, neither one of those mentioned Spider-Man at all. So you probably thought he wasn't going to be in the story, but you knew I was going to include Spider-Man. Oh, and by the way, Falcon and Winter Soldier are on Cap's side. I guess it just didn't mention that. Peter Parker starts off supporting the Registration Act, agreeing to reveal his secret identity. However, as Lauren intensifies, Peter faces internal conflict and eventually defects to Cap's side. In a pivotal moment, he dons the Iron Spider suit to fight against Cap's team, but ultimately, his betrayal leads to destruction of the suit in a dramatic battle. We'll get to that later. And, this part, I will talk more on, so I'll come back to that. It's a Venom and Spider-Man fight, but it's during the final fight. Deadpool's switch. Initially aligned with Cap's team, Deadpool's chaotic nature leads him switch sides midway. He joins Iron Man, bringing unpredictable chaos to the battlefield. but his unpredictable actions eventually backfire, leaving him uncertain of his loyalties by the end. Black Panther's diplomacy. T'Challa plays a significant role as a mediator between the factions. He offers a path towards peace, but is ultimately forced to take a stand with Cap's side when it becomes clear that the government's intentions are less about safety and more about control. The final battle's next, but I want to come back to the one I missed. Venom vs. Spider-Man. During the final battle, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, obviously, faces Matt Gargan's Venom once again. We'll get more on that soon, I promise. This kind of got out of order for some reason. The two engage in a brutal, emotional rematch where Peter confronts his past and the symbiote's hold on Gargan. It ends with Peter managing to subdue Venom, but the toll it takes on him is immense. I know. Alright. I'm going to skip ahead because there's actually something that's needed. The Thunderbolt, it's more on Spider-Man's betrayal, actually. Spider-Man's switch and the Iron Spider destruction. As the Civil War rages on, Peter Parker is torn, initially supporting the Superhero Registration Act. Peter's conscience, I believe, begins to weigh heavily on him. He can no longer reconcile the idea of heroes being forced into submission under government control. After seeing the violence unfold and witnessing the loss of innocent lives, Peter decides to betray Iron Man and join Captain America's side. The decision is not easy, and Peter fully commits, and he confronts Iron Man, the mentor and friend he fought alongside for so long. The two engage in a brutal emotional battle, with Iron Man trying to reason with Peter, urging him to see the importance of the Registration Act. Peter, in turn, is determined to fight for his freedom and the freedom of others. The battle between the two is fierce. Iron Man with his superior second armor versus Spider-Man with his agility. I'm bad at pronouncing words, we all know. Quick reflexes. As the fight intensifies, Peter realizes that he needs to protect his identity and fight for the greater cause, rather than be controlled. He makes a decision to abandon the Iron Spider suit, even though it is an incredibly powerful piece of technology by Tony Stark himself. As Spider-Man switches sides, he retreats from the fight with Iron Man, heads toward a more chaotic part of the city, a narrow, abandoned alleyway. The Thunderbolts confront Spider-Man. In the alleyway, Spider-Man faces off against Thunderbolts, who have been sent to apprehend him. Leading the charge is Taskmaster, who uses his mimicry ability to predict Spider-Man's every move, making him a formidable opponent. Also presents our Lady Deathstrike, Bullseye, and Venom, all eager to take down the once ally. Spider-Man is overwhelmed. The alleyway becomes a battleground with Spider-Man swinging between narrow walls, dodging attacks and Lady Deathstrike's claws, and Bullseye's precision strikes. As the fight goes on, Spider-Man's movements become more frantic. He fights with everything he has. His speed, his agility, and his wit, but the Thunderbolts keep closing in on him. During the intense fight, Venom proves to be the greatest threat. The symbiote's relentless nature pushes Spider-Man to his limits, but the Iron Spider suit, designed for power, defense, and tactical advantage, isn't enough to protect him from the sheer force of the Thunderbolts' combined might. In a desperate move, Peter attempts to make a last-ditch effort to take down Venom. As he does so, Taskmaster lands a critical blow, causing Spider-Man to lose his footing. The blow causes the Iron Spider suit to malfunction and break apart. Its complex technology, unable to handle the damage, begins to shut down. The destruction of the Iron Spider suit. With a final devastating strike, Spider-Man is forced to abandon the Iron Spider suit completely. The suit, which had been an important symbol of Peter's allegiance to Tony Stark, is now destroyed in the middle of an alley. It falls apart in pieces as Spider-Man narrowly escapes using his webbing to retreat to the rooftops. The scene is chaotic, with the Thunderbolts left to clean up the aftermath. Venom, infuriated by Spider-Man's escape, vows to find him. While Taskmaster mocks Peter's defeat, yet despite the loss of the Iron Spider suit, Peter resolves is stronger than ever. He no longer has the advanced tech. Now he fights purely as Spider-Man, representing the freedom and independence that Captain America stands for. Oh, there's an aftermath to this. The destruction of the Iron Spider suit marks a turning point for Peter. It symbolizes his complete break from Tony Stark and his commitment to Captain America's cause. The defeat of the suit also echoes the emotional conflict Peter faces throughout the war, choosing to fight for what he believes is right, even if it means losing everything. It's a moment of self-realization for Peter, marking the end of his reliance on technology and return to his roots as Spider-Man. Now, with the Iron Spider suit, without it, that is, Peter is forced to rely on his own strength, intelligence, and heart to make a difference in the war. This emotional turning point resonates deeply as he prepares for the final battle. The final battle. The climax of Civil War is an epic showdown. The battle takes place in a desolate, abandoned area, with the two teams fighting with everything they have. The Thunderbolts clash with the Young Avengers, while Iron Man faces off against Captain America. The Punisher takes on Taskmaster, and Wolverine locks in battle with his son, Daken. The stakes are high, as the future of superheroes world hangs in the balance. During the battle, Captain America is ultimately killed, sacrificing himself to save his teammates from a deadly blow by Iron Man. This moment is deeply emotional. Steve Rogers dies in his arms, in the arms of his closest allies, including Wolverine and Black Widow. His death serves as a catalyst that shifts the tides of the war. Aftermath. Which, before I get to that, one of my previous versions that was given to me by GPT had Baron Zemo killing him, and Iron Man disbanded the Thunderbolts. Maybe that's still here. Alright. The aftermath. Iron Man left to deal with the consequences of Captain America's death. Questions his decision to push forward with the Registration Act. His side has won, but the cost is heavy. The world of superheroes is forever changed. With some heroes jailed, others exiled, and many questioning whether the path to peace was worth the sacrifice. Whew! I'm done. Wolverine, Black Widow, Black Panther, and the rest of Team Cap scatter, with many going underground or seeking refuge, while Iron Man's team, now fractured and weary, tries to rebuild under the growing threat of both supervillains and the government controlling them. Deadpool, ever the wild card, remains in limbo, unsure of where he belongs in the wake of such devastation. The end of the war. The war leaves the Marvel Universe in a state of disarray, but the promise of a new era where the cost of freedom and accountability still reckoned. Woo! God, this is long. But I do kind of like some of the ideas, like the Iron Spider being the suit itself being kind of a big plot point for Spider-Man, that is, and how some certain heroes join Cap. Let's move on to my next one, though. Woo! We got a Power Rangers one. Woo! This is gonna be good. Power Rangers Forever Red 2. Return of the Red Warriors. What? Oh, and by the way, this is the first one to have two versions that I still have copies of each. So, I'm going to read the first one. Power Rangers Forever Red 2. The Return of the Red Warriors. The multiverse of the Power Rangers universe is under threat like never before. I mean, it's technically not wrong with the multiverse. Dino Charge. Dino Thunder? Not Dino Thunder. RPM? SPD is futuristic. Back to it. The balance between dimensions is unraveling as old villains from past seasons begin to rally together, causing chaos across space and time, led by the powerful remnants of Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa, and the likes of Master Orc. The villains have assembled an army of monstrous proportions. To fight back, a team must be assembled that has the power, strength, and legacy to stand against them. From across time and space, every Red Ranger from every iteration of Power Rangers must reunite, from the original Mighty Morphin to the latest champions like Cosmic Fury, Red Ranger. And even the heroic adaptation of the Super Sentai Red Warriors, every single Red Ranger from the various seasons and timelines is called into action. Together, they are the ultimate force to challenge these evil forces. Now, minus the heroic adaptations of the Super Sentai Red Warriors, that part kind of seems weird. That would actually be a good concept if Power Rangers still continued, and heck, I'm actually thinking of making my own version of Forever Red too. I'm not taking a lot of elements from this, really. There's gonna be a reason to why it's just Reds assembled. This doesn't have a reason why it's just the Red Rangers assembled. Anyway, the heroes assemble. Jason, Mighty Morphin Red. The original leader, a seasoned warrior who knows what it means to fight for the greater good. His leadership will be critical in bringing these diverse groups together. That's kind of good, except here's the thing. All these groups have teamed up in the past before. Legendary Battle, anyone? Shattered Grid, Dimensions in Danger, Forever, the original Forever Red, Grid Connection, One Star Ranger. Yeah, y'all get the point. Whew. Anyway, Red Alien Ranger, the alien hero from Akatar, bringing wisdom and water-based abilities to the team. Alright, that's probably the most accurate. Red Zero Ranger, equipped with the Zeo Crystal's powers, this ranger wields strength and determination like no other. I guess that's also accurate. Turbo Red Ranger, speed and agility are his strengths, as the fastest group, always ready to fight evil at full throttle. Alright, true. In Space Red Ranger, a hero whose cosmic powers are vast as the stars themselves. A true leader with experience in deep space battles. Close, I guess. These are weird, right? Alright. Lost Galaxy Red Ranger. With the powers of the galaxy, this Red Ranger brings not only strength, but the spirit of sacrifice and leadership. Alright, that's kind of true. I think that's something Leo would. I don't know. I haven't seen every season of Power Rangers. I've seen a good chunk. I haven't seen all of Lost Galaxy, though. I'm sorry! Whew. What do you think? Lightspeed Rescue Red Ranger. The protector of Earth, combining high-tech weaponry and the speeder of rescue to save lives. Yeah, true. Time Force Red Ranger. A warrior who fights across time, bringing the precision and strategy of the future to the battle. True. I'll give ChatGPT credit for that. That is true. About Wes. Quantum Red Ranger. A powerful ally with an enhanced suit capable of boosting the team's overall fighting ability. I guess you could say that for Eric, but it's just a more upgraded version of the Time Force Red suit. Because, duh, he's red. I don't care if he's called Quantum. He's a Red Ranger. His color is red. That explains why he was in Forever Red. He's red! Even though he's not coded as red, he's a Red Ranger! Y'all get it. Wild Force Red Ranger. A connection to the wild animals of Earth, he brings the primal fury and instincts of the jungle to combat. There's other animal-based rangers, as you will soon see. Ninja Storm Red Ranger. A Red Ranger who fights with the swift powers of ninjutsu, stealth, and agility. Yeah, true. Crimson Ninja Storm Thunder Ranger, that's what I'm calling it. His stealthy and tactical mind paired with an incredible powerful fighting style makes him a unique ally. True, I guess. Dino Thunder Red Ranger. A fierce leader with the might of a dinosaur, capable of summoning dino powers for devastating attacks. That is correct. Super Dino Mode, anybody? SPD Red Ranger, Jack, a street-smart leader who uses his advantage training as an SPD officer to lead with justice and honor. Yeah. SPD Deca Ranger, Sky, a disciplined and tactical officer with precise abilities, aiding and leading at the charge. Yes, sir! SPD Red Fire Squad Ranger, Bridge. Known for his unique skills, this ranger is always ready to put everything on the line for the team. I think that would be a Bridge thing, although it's buttery. Mystic Force Red Ranger, a warrior wielding magical powers that tie into the mythical forces of the universe. Yes. Wolf Warrior. His magical combat abilities are as fierce as his warrior spirit. I guess you could say that. Overdrive Red, tech-savvy fighter using gadgets and advanced technology to fight back against evil. Wouldn't that be Time Force and SPD? Jungle Fury Red. With the spiritual connection to the animal spirit, he brings unique powers to the team. I guess so. RPM Red. In a world where machines rule... he's not wrong. ChatGPT's not wrong. Vengeance, anyone? Not the Vengeance from Forever Red. This ranger is humanity's last hope, bringing technology, expertise, and strength. A skilled swordsman, being Jaden, the Samurai Red Ranger, carrying the power of the samurai and the legacy of the sealing symbols. And Lauren, a strong female counterpart with equal honor and power, ready to protect her loved ones and team. Yeah, both those are true. Alright, we got to Mega Force. And both Super Mega Force. I'm going to read them both as one. A powerful leader who can summon the power of all past Rangers to fight evil. Yeah, he's not wrong, but that's where suck on Mega Force, as I call it. His connection to the legendary Rangers makes him one of the strongest heroes capable of harnessing unimaginable powers. Yeah. Alright, Tyler, Dino Charge Red, a dinosaur-powered leader who uses both his primal instincts and intelligence to guide his team. Yeah. This one I just typed in all three of them because I don't remember the third one's name. I only remember Mick and Brody. I know the third one's Brody's dad, but I don't remember him. A team of 3 Red Rangers with varied skills, combining their powers for the ultimate team attack. I think they did that. Hyperforce Red, a time-traveling Red Ranger with incredible strength and the power of teamwork across multiple dimensions. Y'all are gonna have to tell me about that if you've actually seen Hyperforce. I haven't, so I don't know what that's all about. Beast Morphers Red. This tech-powered hero uses a blend of advanced animal abilities and science to battle against the forces of evil. You're not wrong. Dawn Fury Red. A warrior with the power of ancient creatures, skilled in both hand-to-hand combat and elemental attacks. I think so. It's been a while since I've seen Dawn Fury. Dawn Fury Ghost Ranger. A mysterious figure who adds an enigmatic twist to the team with the ability to call upon ghostly powers. What? He cannot do that at all. I mean, maybe. We only saw Zato as the Ghost Ranger for like 2 whole episodes. Alright, let's see what it says for Amelia. Cosmic Fury Red, the most recent Red Ranger with cosmic powers beyond imagination, fighting to protect the universe. TV show-wise, not wrong. My ideal way of how they continue? Wrong. Oh, the Villains Alliance. The threat is greater than ever, as legendary villains from the past return, each with their own reasons for vengeance. Alright. Lord Zed. I'd actually place them, but I can't. The evil mastermind who once led the charge against the Power Rangers, now more powerful than ever with a fleet of army commanders. Rita Repulsa, the witch whose powers has returned, summoning monsters and magical creatures to attack the Rangers. Master Org, the evil force from the Wild Force era, looking to awaken powers to undo the peace that has reigned for so long. Grum, SPD! The diabolical commander of the Trubian Empire, leading his vast forces to destroy the Rangers across time. I remember for a second, because I saw a couple of episodes of SPD. I didn't see all of them. Vengeance! Not the Vengeance from Forever Red. I'm actually not seeing him return. They said pulverize Shadowborg in Forever Red. The corrupted AI from RPM determined to wipe out humanity once again by taking over the Rangers' technology. True. All these have been true so far. Rancic, a time-traveling villain whose vendetta against the Time Force Rangers is personal. Yeah. Although we turned good, then again, it could be like Robo Rita. You never know. Goldar. My favorite villain, actually. Yeah, I prefer Goldar over Lord Zed. Fight me! The powerful monster who has been resurrected to wreak havoc across dimensions. If I'm honest, guys, I know they rebuilt the Lord Zed suit. But I'd prefer if they would just reuse the Maximus suit. I think that's what they're going to be doing. Because that's the most recent Goldar suit, and that's probably still in good condition if you think about it. We're being used in Sentai footage and American original footage. Alright, the battle for the universe. The assembled Red Rangers from across every dimension must now unite, each bringing their own unique skills and leadership to the table. The villains, led by Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, have forged an alliance that transcends time and space and even alternate realities. Yeah, like the 2017 movie. I hate that movie. The epic battle will take them to the farthest reaches of space, across cities, jungles, and battlefields, fighting monsters and evil in a scale never before seen. With every Red Ranger having their own style, power, and leadership, they must learn to trust each other, face their personal demons, and bring their individual strengths to the table. I got the last part, bring their individual strengths to the table. Learn to trust each other? They've trusted each other since, the first crossover, since, Countdown to Destruction. I know that's not the first one, the Rangers for Two Different Worlds one. I don't count Mask Rider. It's crossover. Whew. And the inner demons, personal demons, we kind of get, maybe Cole for Master Or killing his parents, but he already dealt with that, and what personal vendetta would Jason and Tommy have against Lord Zed and Rita and Goldar? I mean, Jason, it would make sense for the rivalry he had with Goldar, but I don't know. I'm rereading. As they fight through dimension-altering battles, they'll uncover a deeper conspiracy involving the manipulation of time and space itself. And ultimately, they must confront a dark force unlike anything they've faced before. One that can rewrite reality. Oh! The Spot entered in the Power Rangers. Spider-Man and Power Rangers crossing over. Yeah, I know they're not actually doing that. With the fate of the multiverse at stake, can they stop the villain's master plan and restore peace, or will this be the final battle for the Power Rangers? Alright. Alright. Expanded Red Ranger Alliance. As the multiverse continues to tremble from the return of past villains and the unraveling of space-time, a new team of Red Rangers emerges. Each is a unique and powerful force in their own right, and their unity is critical to stopping the impending crisis. Along with the previously mentioned Rangers, we now introduce more Red Rangers that add new dimensions to the already expansive lineup. Alright, I'm gonna have to explain where I get these from, because what they're saying actually isn't where they're actually adapted from. And they forgot one. Kira Major's Red Ranger, which I would call Gem Force, so I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. Engine Squad Red Ranger, which is the Tokuger version of this, in my version of how I would adapt Power Rangers. Let me know if y'all want me to make a video on that. Since I go Andre's universe. No, that's RPM. This Ranger is fueled by the power of engines and machines. With his speed, enhanced strength, and mechanical powers, Engine Squad Red can transform his body into a machine-like form, perfect for overcoming powerful mechanical enemies. Oh my god. I can't do that alone. So cute. Or maybe he can. I have no clue. I haven't watched Tokyo. I know they can swap, like, colors and all, but not change their bodies. Animal Spirit Red Ranger, my adaptation of Zyuohger. If that makes sense to y'all, Power Ranger fans. A unique warrior from the Gokaiger universe. No, that's Super Mega Force. I meant Sucker Mega Fire. Who taps into the power of ancient animals and their spirits, wielding the combined might of the animal kingdom. He's able to change the abilities of various animal spirits, making him an unparalleled force in combat. Okay. Valiant Red Ranger, that would be my part of the Lupin Rangers. From the Valiant Sentai series, no, it's Lupat. This Red Ranger embodies the spirit of courage and honor. He carries a mystical sword that can cut through any material and has the ability to summon powerful allies when the odds seem insurmountable. Lupin Red cannot do that in Lupat. Oh my god, AI! What the is wrong with you? SBA Red, known for the Super Sentai Police Academy. No, Space Patrol Alpha. That's how I would do Pato Ranger from Lupat. SBA Red is an elite law enforcement officer who uses a blend of martial arts and futuristic gadgets to bring justice. He is a tactical genius, often taking the lead in complex strategies. I guess. Now we get to Power Rangers Generations, which is my way of adapting Zenkaiger. The latest team to join the Red Ranger legacy is Power Rangers Generations, an American adaptation of the Super Sentai series, Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, the one Sentai that got right in this whole mention. This team represents the cutting edge of Ranger technology, combining old world warrior techniques with new age mechanized technology. Zenkaiger Red Ranger. There is a Zenkaiger. Two Red Zenkaigers. We're just gonna assume it's the one doing Juran. Or maybe it's Zenkaiser. In Japan he has the Red Ranger role. Who knows? The leader of Power Rangers Generations, Zenkaiger Red, hails from a dimension where technology has advanced so far it has become a part of their very essence. His transformation gear allows him to pull the powers of previous Red Rangers from across timelines. With this incredible ability, Zenkaiger Red can harness the ability of past and future Red Rangers, creating an unpredictable and devastating force. Zenkaiger Red. There is a Zenkaiger Red. Heroic form. What? His secondary form amplifies the power of his previous allies, utilizing armor and abilities drawn from both mechanical and spiritual dimensions. Zenkaiger Red is able to warp technology in his favor, creating gadgets and combat tactics at will. What? I'm telling you, this is weird. The enhanced Red Ranger. Now with these additional Red Rangers joining the fight, the combined team consists of pretty much all the Red Rangers I've mentioned earlier. I'm not going through all these guys again. The battle against the villains intensifies. With the arrival of these powerful new Red Rangers, the already dynamic team now faces even greater challenges. Each Red Ranger brings a different set of skills and unique powers, making them a formidable force against the villains who threaten the multiverse. Why not make it the Morphin Grid, dang it? This is not Dimensions Danger Red Ranger Edition. Together they will face not only their familiar foes, Lord Zed, Raider Repulso, Master Ward, Grum, Vengeance, Rancic, and Goldar, but also new threats from alternate realities with more sinister forces lurking in the shadows. I'm assuming that's the Tokyo villains. that were not adapted into Power Rangers. Maybe even the G-Roger villains that weren't adapted into Power Rangers. Maybe even the Zenkaiju villains that weren't adapted into Power Rangers. Wait, Power Rangers never touched Zenkaiju. I don't know anymore. The villains will stop at nothing to tear apart the fabric of time and space, sending armies of their most fearsome monsters to fight against the Red Rangers. In an all-out, dimension-bending battle, the Rangers must unlock their full potential, learn to work together as one unstoppable force, and rise above all expectations to protect the universe from the ultimate evil. Oh, the Zord battle! The Red Ranger Zord battle. As the battle escalates, the revived villains grow stronger with each passing moment. Lord Zed, Rita, Master Rourke, and their evil alliances have tapped into the dark power that allows them to grow monstrous size. I mean, you're not wrong. Wreaking havoc across the universe. With their combined forces, the villains' attack is relentless. Now the Red Rangers must take to the skies and battle the villains in an epic Red Ranger Zord battle. One that will test their limited strength, unity, and resolve. The call to the battle. The Red Rangers assemble ready to face their enemies on a scale that has never been seen before. The villains' growth has reached a tipping point. The Rangers know their only hope lies in their Zords. The powerful machines have been forged from the essence of nature, technology, and even the spirits of their fallen allies. Fallen allies? What? I'm sorry, what? There's like only 3 Rangers dead that we know of. Kendricks was revived. West was the only one, not West, Alex. No one cares about him though. The only one to be revived. Trina's the only one that's dead. So maybe the original Dino Fury Rangers. Any potential Rangers who were on Eltar? Just me? Whew. All right. Jason calls the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord, combining with his fellow Rangers in a coordinated attack, I guess. Red Alien Ranger summons the Delta Megazord. That's SPD. Formed from the mighty alien forces of Avatar. Alright, Red Zeo Ranger taps into the Zeo Megazord, amplifying his power with the mystical energy of the Zeo Crystal. I mean, you're not wrong, but the Phoenix Sword, Tommy! Turbo Red calls across the rad bud. That's Billy's car! Combining his speed and agility with the technological might of his Zord. I might actually make this into a fun stop motion. I just need to buy all these Red Rangers. Oh, shoot. There is no Hyperforce Red. Dang it! Maybe I can make a custom. Oh, and there's no Cosmic Fury Red here. Dang it! Maybe I can buy a custom. You never know. His Lightning Collection did nothing for them. Or Hasbro. Alright. Space Red calls forth the Mega Shoop. I mean, not wrong. Calling on his command of the stars to launch a massive offensive from the heavens. What? Galaxy Red summons Galaxy Megazord, a fusion of the most powerful starships, Zords, and Heart-Truth. Red's the Lightspeed. Lightspeed is the Lightspeed Rescue Megazord. Why not just the Red Ranger Zord? An advanced tech-based Zord designed to protect humanity. The Time Force Megazord. They're summoning their Megazords. Alright, at least he summons the Quantum Ranger Zord. Alright. Time Force Red, utilizing time, altering energy to strike with precision. Okay. Quantum, a powerhouse that merges with the quantum powers of the universe. The Wild Force Megazord, a mighty creature-based Zord connected to the powers of the Animal Kingdom. Bro, what is this thing? And the Storm Megazord? What? Alright, a Zord that grants him stealth and swiftness of the ninja. Alright, you're not wrong. Crimson Megazord, I think Hunter has his own Zord, Ninja Storm. I haven't seen Ninja Storm in a while. I dipped out after Green Ranger got his helicopter, I think. With the power of prehistoric creatures. Oh, I never landed. Enhanced with speed and stealth for ultimate efficiency. With the power of prehistoric creatures. The Dino Thunder Megazord. Not the Tyranno Megazord. Why'd I call it a Megazord? I don't know. The Delta Runner. I think I have that as a toy. And together with the team, they combine into the SPD Megazord. Wow! But there's just... Oh, wait, I know there's time. Deca Megazord? That ain't a thing! An imposing Zord built for combat and tactical powers. Fire Squad Zord? That ain't a thing either. Bringing fiery destruction upon their enemies. Yeah, I'm heavily editing this. Conjures the Mystic Force Megazord? Why not just the Red Ranger Zord? With magical powers to outmatch dark forces. Wolf Megazord? I think maybe Liambo has his own sword. I haven't watched Mystic Force. A mighty spirit beast with immense strength. Oh my god. Overdrive Express? Just the Overdrive Megazord. Oh wait, never mind. Combining speed and technology might. Oh my god. Jungle Fury Megazord. Why are you calling the Megazord? You need a full team to combine with these things. Oh my god. Whoo. RPM Red just calls in the RPM Zords. Advanced. Oh wait. Jungle Fury Red. Empowered by the animal spirits to fight with primal force. My god, I've been recording for like so dang long on this one. Jaden calls the Samurai Megazord, wielding a sword with incredible power forged by ancient samurai. I don't think that's a thing. I didn't watch Samurai. I only saw that weird Halloween special and that weird Christmas special. Warren calls forth the Shogun Megazord, striking a Zord immense... Shogun Strike Megazord. I think that's a thing. I don't know. Strength to deal a decisive blow. I can't pronounce words today. The legendary Megazord. That's for Super Megaforce. You'd call the Red Rangers your own Zord, like the Dragon Zord. Not that one. Whew. Calling upon the might of past Red Rangers. Oh, bruh, you mixed them up. The Super Megaforce one taps into the legendary battle mode. You mean, I'm not even... Calling on the collective might of every Red Ranger. Okay. The Dino Charge Megazord T-Rex. Using the fossilized power of prehistoric creatures. Alright. The Ninja Steel Megazord. Oh my god. Combining their powers for devastating results. I don't even know why they gave Arco or SPD Zord. He has like 3. Hyperforce Megazord? I don't know. I didn't watch Hyperforce. I know it's got black nerd comedy like Susan Wall, First Back Clear, Power Rangers. A time traveling machine of incredible versatility. You're gonna have to ask that. Correct me on that. The Beast X Megazord? I think the Cheetah would work. Powered by animal DNA and advanced tech? I don't think it's powered by animal DNA. The Dino Fury Megazord? Oh my god. Combining ancient dinosaur powers with futuristic strength. The Ghost Sword! Oh my god. A mysterious and intangible force that provides an eerie advantage. The Ghost Ranger has no sword. I'm sorry if any family members of mine hear me yelling. I'm going crazy. The Cosmic Fury Megazord, a Zord powered by the vast energies of the universe. Final Zord battle. The villain's now grown giant size. Oh, that's the last one. I don't want to know what Zords they would have given to the Sensei modern day Rangers that haven't been adapted yet. I don't want to know that. The villain's now grown giant size thanks to the dark powers they've unlocked. Prepare to face the Rangers in their colossal forms. Among them are... Oh my god. They're the same ones, but I want to read them. For Lord Zed, his giant form towers above the battlefield, ready to unleash his dark magic and devastating attacks. I don't think Zed's really magic. He's not a sorcerer. For Rita, growing to monstrous proportions, she sends waves of magic and giant monsters to attack. She's not wrong. Master Org, his size and power grow with the ancient magic he's tapped into, becoming a nearly unstoppable force. Grum, leading an army of giant Shrubians, he brings the weight of an entire empire against the Rangers. You're not wrong. Alright, Vengeance, a massive mechanical force. This corrupted AI now controls an army of giant machines to terrorize the planet. Forensic, a towering figure from the past, wielding time-altering powers in his new monstrous form. Goldar is a massive golden monster with unshakable loyalty to evil. I do not want to see what any of these guys probably would have looked like. With each Red Ranger piling their Zords, the battle reaches a fever pitch. The Rangers must combine their powers, forming massive Megazords to confront these giant villains head on. I would have done it I don't know. Oh, we get the fighting! Alright, Super Megaforce Red Ranger leads the charge with the legendary Megazord. Oh, now you want to make up your mind? While Zenkaiger Red Ranger, Generations, uses his incredible ability to amplify the power of the Megazords, creating a combination of immense power across dimensions. Tyrannosaurus Dinosaur clashes with Lord Zed, monstrous form. Alright, fair enough. Using devastating attacks with Jason's leadership. In space, Red Ranger's megaship becomes a space battleground as it confronts Rita Repulsa's giant magical monsters, engaging in a fight in orbit beyond the atmosphere. Whew. I just realized this. There's no villains from the Neo Saban or Hasbro era. Because AI even knows the Neo Saban era was mid. Alright. I think I read all that. Engine Squad's Delta Megazord? What? Make up your mind. Becomes a space battleground as it confronts Rita Repulsa's giant magical monsters, engaging in a fight in orbit beyond the atmosphere? Alright. Oh, wait, never mind. I just reread the In Space Red. Alright. But that deals with Vengeance machines using its speed to outmaneuver and outsmart the AI. Dino Fury Red uses his Dino Fury Red Megazord battle Org in a ferocious battle of strength and primal fury with ancient animal power and dark magic colliding in the air. Alright, fair enough. Alright, Jack with the SPD Megazord faces Rancic. I don't know why they paired these guys up like this. And his time-altering powers as they move through time and space in an epic contest of willpower. The final blow comes when the legendary Megazord, empowered by every Red Ranger's spirit, combines their abilities into a single, concentrated attack that pierces through the villainous forces. Super Megaforce Red Ranger and Zenkaiger Red Ranger work together, summoning the full power of the Red Rangers across every generation, and deal a final blow to the resurrected monsters. Alright, we're almost done. Victory and beyond. With the villains defeated, the multiverse is safe once again. You mean the Morphing Grid? But the Red Rangers know this battle was just won in an eternal war against evil. The power of the Red Rangers is eternal, and the legacy they share will continue to protect the universe for generations to come. As the sky clears and the Red Rangers land their Megazords, they know they've forged an unbreakable bond, not only with each other, but with every past, present, and future Red Ranger who's fought for justice ever. Oh my god, this is insane. I am not ready to read the second part. I need to take a break. We'll be back. This next one, I'm going to try to go quick. I'm going to try my very best to go quick through this. The universe is in peril. The forces of darkness, led by the mysterious and powerful entity known only as the Shadow King, have begun a campaign to eliminate the multiverse of Rangers. You mean the Morphing Grid of Rangers, dang it? Starting with the Red Rangers, the Shadow King's minions have infiltrated the fabric of the Morphing Grid. I'm not going to call it the multiverse of reality. I'm going to call it the Morphing Grid, creating rifts and attacking the very existence of Power Rangers across time and space. Only one thing can stop them: the power of every Red Ranger that has ever stood tall in defense of the world. Alright, Act 1, the call to action. The story begins with a mysterious rift appearing in the sky, causing chaos in various Ranger timelines. I'm gonna call them timelines. Jason, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, feels disturbance first. I'm not gonna say feel, I'm gonna say sees. Sensing something wrong with the Morphing Grid, he contacts Zordon. Zordon's dead! But instead of a familiar response, he hears only one statistic. Soon after, Jason, with the help of Tommy, Green Ranger, White Ranger, later Red Zeo, later Red Turbo, right, later Doppler Black, but in this, Red Zeo, start to gather a team. They visit the other Red Rangers from various teams to unite them, sensing the increasing darkness and threat unlike any other. Meanwhile, the Shadow King's forces start to wreak havoc across multiple Ranger timelines, disrupting their existence. I'm not calling them worlds. Alright, Act 2, the Gathering of the Red Rangers. As Jason assembles his team, we see the following Red Rangers answering the call. Alright, we got Jason and Tommy, former leaders, veterans of many battles, true. Lost Galaxy Red. It's Leo! Determined and fierce, never backing down. I'm just gonna assume that. Wes, Time Force Red. Alright, the true one. A man of honor, finds perfect his future. Alright, true. Leo, Lightspeed Rescue Red. Wait, there's 2 Lightspeed Rescue Reds? What? Courageous, always pushing forward despite the odds. Andros in Space Red. Strategic and a master of space combat? Maybe, I don't know. You called another Lightspeed Rescue Ranger? Chad? Chad Kroger, anyone? And TJ, Red Turbo Red. Ready for action, always team players. Max, Wild Force Red? Nah. Oh, nah. Harnessing the power of the wild. He's as much an animal as he is a hero. Bruh. Shane, Ninja Storm Red, and Cameron. Crimson, Ninja Storm Red. Oh, Ranger. I mean, there is a Cameron and Ninja Storm, but the name's Hunter. I'm not a Power Ranger. Martial arts masters with unmatched precision. True. Connor, Down Thunder Red. Fierce with the heart of a warrior. Alright, true. Jack, SPD Red Sky, SPD Deca Ranger, and Bridge, SPD Red Fire Squad. Highly skilled, ready to protect the galaxy. Nick, Mystic Force Red. I don't think that's his name. I think it's Bowen. I don't remember. I'll search it up and I'll put it in a comment. Wielding magic and strength in unison. I don't know. Mac, Operation Overdrive Red. A fearless leader fights for justice. Alright, that's true. Casey, Drink Fury Red. A master of martial arts and the animal spirit within. Scott, RPM Red. Correct name. A tech genius with a determination that rivals no other. I think so. I don't know. Jan, Samurai Red. And Lawrence, Samurai Red. Defenders of Honor, wielding ancient samurai powers. True. Troy, Megaforce Red. And Leo, Super Megaforce Red. They got the names mixed up. Champions of multiple dimensions. No. Battles. With the power of the past, present, and future. Tyler, Dino Charge Red. With the strength of the past, he is the protector of Earth. All 3 Ninja Steel Red Rangers, ready to face any challenge, using their ninja skills. Red from Hyperforce. I don't even remember his name. Again, I haven't seen Hyperforce. Martin or something? A leader of a different team or timeline, I don't know. His strategy and knowledge invaluable. Devin, strong, fast, and with a connection to the morphing grid that few understand. Yes, true. He summoned Jason. But yes, he is Beast Morphers, right? Zato, Dino Fury Red. Empowered by the cosmic energy of the morphing grid and the energy of Zato before Cosmic Fury. What? Engine Squad Red. Generations, bruh. The latest iteration of Rangers, all unified under one banner. Bruh. Each Red Ranger is brought into a morphing grid nexus where the teams meet, each surprised but confident in their collective strength. The Shadow King's minions attack immediately, forcing the teams to work together to defeat them, showcasing their incredible teamwork despite being from different teams. The battle for the grid, which is Act 3. The Red Rangers quickly learned that the Shadow King can manipulate time, space, and reality itself, threatening to collapse the entire universe. The team split into smaller squads, each led by a different Red Ranger to face off the minions, the Shadow King. As they fight, they discover that the Shadow King is not a single entity, but a manifestation of the combined darkness that has plagued the Morphin Grid since the beginning of time. What? The Shadow King can absorb the powers of the Red Rangers, making him stronger with each battle. But there's hope. Zordon, trapped within the Morphin Grid, reveals a plan to unleash a new form of Red Ranger power. The Power Rangers Red Zorbell, a combination of every Red Ranger's ability and power, creating an unstoppable force to combat the Shadow King's dark influence. Oh my god, this is weird. Zordon's alive? I don't think I'll make this into a stop motion. Maybe, but heavily edited. Heavily edited. Act 4, the final showdown. In a climactic battle, the Red Rangers summon their Zords, every single Red Ranger Zord, including those from previous series, form into a massive, mighty red Zord. What? So it's gonna be the actual head is like the Dino Charge Megazord, and one of the hands is Mighty Morphin Red Mega Dinosaur, and the legs are of the Lost Galaxy Red Ranger Sword. And what is it? The chest is made out of the Megaforce Dragon. Oh my god. Hold up. The battle rages on in the skies and on the ground as the Red Rangers fight side by side against the Shadow King's final form. The fight culminates in a moment of unity, with all the Red Rangers combining their powers into one final attack. Go Kaiju, anyone? The Shadow King, despite his might, is overwhelmed by the sheer willpower and teamwork of the Red Rangers, and is finally destroyed, restoring balance to the Morphin Grid. Epilogue: a new era of Power Rangers. With the grid saved, the Red Rangers return to their respective teams, knowing that their bond as a team is unbreakable. Zordon, now freed from the grid, sends a message to all Rangers. The power of teamwork transcends all realities. Forever Red. Title drop. The Red Rangers leave the Nexus, knowing that whenever the call comes, they'll be ready to unite once more. End. Oh my god, this is even more insane. Whew. We got 2 more left. 2 of them. Whew. Combining with the Super Sentai inspiration, Super Sentai. For the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai, imagine a monumental crossover event where every single Super Sentai team unites to face the return of iconic villains and ancient, powerful space god bent on eradicating the very legacy of the Sentai warriors. I've actually got ideas of a Super Sentai 50th anniversary special in my head way before I even wrote this thing, since back in 2023. Man, I'm not taking any inspiration from this thing though, and I'm actually telling the truth. I am not kidding. The title will be Super Sentai Galaxy Force: The Final Stand. Going off of what ChatGPT is saying. Plot overview. A cosmic entity known as Zeroth, a space god whose power transcends time, emerges from the void of space. It is revealed that Zeroth was the one who seeded the universe with the essence that gave birth to the Sentai teams. However, as millennia passed, Zeroth grew resentful of the warriors, who became symbols of hope and justice, seeing their victories as a challenge to its cosmic authority. The god awakens in the farthest reaches of the galaxy, bringing with it an army of resurrected villainous forces. These enemies include the most infamous Sentai antagonists, resurrected with new dark powers. From the evil forces of the Gorma tribe to the dark sorcerers of Demon Empire and the deadly Machine Empire, all the past villains are resurrected and given new strength to break the Sentai's resolve. Whew. I'm gonna read this. Key characters. Number 1, Zero, Space God of Destruction. A powerful being that has existed since the beginning of the universe, Zeroth is capable of manipulating time and space and energy its goal is to erase all traces of the Sentai, seeing them as parasites that have disrupted the balance it once sought. Revived villains. Daijujin's enemies, the Gorma tribe and their dark creations. Go Rangers' rival, the Black Cross Army, with their resurrected Professor Ayanmi leading the charge. I'll probably say it wrong. Viewer of the Die Ranger. With their new celestial powers, she wants vengeance on all Sentai. Emperor Zed and the Machine Empire? Zed as in Lord Zed? He's a Power Rangers exclusive villain. Once not destroyed, now brought back to life with new cybernetic powers. Alright, the Sentai teams. I think there's an update on the Sentai teams at the bottom. I think there might be another one. Alright, but the Sentai teams here. The Go Rangers, the original team that started all, led by Archangel. Alright, the Die Rangers, with Ryu and Kiba uniting their powers. Deca Rangers, providing elite strategy and advanced tech. Q Rangers, bringing the power of the universe and all the constellations. Lupat, working side by side in a unique partnership with their agility and stealth. And more from every Sentai team, including Power Rangers teams from the West, making a brief cameo with their alternate counterparts. Alright, that's kind of cool. Here we go. Acts 1, The Calling of the Warriors. The event starts with Zeroth's awakening, as its first attack devastates entire cities across the Earth. Each Sentai team is contacted through a mysterious cosmic signal, calling all of them to a massive battlefield in space. The first few episodes focus on how the different teams overcome their initial disbelief and unite to face a common enemy. They are tasked with protecting the core of the Sentai legacy, which Zeroth seeks to destroy. Alright. Act 2, The Resurrected Shadows. Zeroth revives an army of the deadly Sentai villains. These villains now have new abilities granted by Zeroth's cosmic power, and they begin attacking Sentai bases across the galaxy. From the ancient Gorma tribe to the alien invaders of the Fireman eras, no enemy is too powerful. Each Sentai team will have to face off against their most iconic enemies from past seasons. In an emotional battle, the Go Ranger faces the revived Black Cross Army, especially their resurrected leader, Professor Ayanmi. Correct me if I say these names wrong. I forgot to mention that earlier. Leading to a powerful confrontation of ideology and legacy. Act 3. The Betrayal of the Gods. As the battle intensifies, the Sentai teams learn that Zeroth isn't just a destroyer. It is manipulating time itself, creating false memories, and even twisting the events of previous battles. The original heroes of each team begin to question their own identities as they face twisted versions of their past enemies. Meanwhile, the revived G-Ranger villain Vandora betrays Zeroth and secretly attempting to take control of the cosmic powers for herself. Zeroth reveals that it has been orchestrating the battles for millennia. Seeking to erase all heroes in the universe, the Sentai must now confront the reality that their greatest battles are not only against Zeroth and the revived villains, but also against the very fabric of their existence. In the final confrontation, the combined Sentai teams enter the heart of Zeroth's space fortress, which warps reality and time. With Zeroth's reality-altering abilities growing, the Sentai teams begin to fight on two fronts: defeating the villains and dismantling the very idea of despair that Zeroth seeks to spread. In a climactic showdown, every Sentai team uses their ultimate forms and final attacks. From Die Ranger's legendary Ryuichi Kayaku to Q Ranger's powerful Cosmic Star Attack, every hero's strength is combined. In the final moment, the Sentai teams must unite their hearts from powers, invoking the cosmic energy that bursts that shatters Zeroth's core and remove the villainous forces from existence. Epilogue. The future awaits. With Zeroth defeated, the Sentai teams restore balance to the universe in a symbolic gesture. Each Sentai team is granted a new emblem, a symbol of their unity, and a legacy that transcends time. The final scene reveals that the fight for justice will never end, as new threats continue to arise, but the strength of the Sentai, both past and future, will forever protect the universe. The event closes with a tribute to the heroes in the past 50 years, with a montage of iconic Sentai moments highlighting the power of teamwork, friendship, and justice. Whew. Oh my god, there's another one. Whew. Hold up. I think this is actually just the same one. Hold up. Yeah, this is the same one with more of the teams. The Gar Rangers, Jaka. Go Rangers to G Rangers, obviously. Die Rangers, Kaki Rangers, O Rangers, Car Rangers, and the Time Rangers, of course. Gigman, okay, it's pretty much every Sentai team. Pretty much. Although it stops at Zenkaiger. Whew. Okay. No, I am not reading this whole thing again. Whew. Our last one. Here we go. Before I start, this is going to be my longest video. I can already tell because of my long pauses. Ooh, my god. Let's just finish this up with Ninja Turtles. Alright, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Uprising, that's the title. Plot. In the depths of New York City's sewers, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo, are training under the guidance of their wise sensei, Splinter. They've spent years in hiding, preparing to protect the city from whatever danger might surface. However, they soon discover something strange. A surge in mutant activity in the city. On a routine patrol above the ground, Turtles cross paths with April O'Neil, a Tenacious reporter who has been investigating the increasing number of mutated creatures. Initially skeptical of the Turtles, April is quickly convinced of their good intentions when they save her from a sudden attack by a gang of mutants. During the encounter, the Turtles are also introduced to Casey Jones, a tough vigilante athlete with a knack for causing chaos. With his improvised weapons, though their methods differ, they form an uneasy alliance. Meanwhile, a shadowy figure, Baxter Stockman, has been conducting experiments in a secret lab after a failed experiment with mutagen. Baxter is transformed into Baxterfly, a grotesque, half-man, half-insect hybrid. Determined to exact revenge on the city for his failed creation, Baxterfly assembles an army of mutants to serve him. These mutants include the bumbling duo Bebop and Rocksteady, the insect-like Wingnut and Screwloose. Wingnut's a bat. The deadly Tiger Claw, the fierce Jaguar, the cunning Leatherhead, the skateboarding Mondo Gecko, and the aquatic Rayfleigh. The Turtles, April, and Casey must put their differences aside to join forces to stop this mutant uprising. As they work together, they learn to trust one another, combining their strengths to battle the mutant army in a series of explosive confrontations across the city. From rooftops of skyscrapers to abandoned subways beneath the streets. Key scenes. First meeting. The Turtles make their debut when they rescue April from a mutant ambush led by Bebop and Rocksteady. The battle ensues, showcasing the Turtles' combat skills and unique personalities. Casey Jones' entrance. While the Turtles are tangled in a mutant skirmish, Casey bursts in with his signature weapons, taking down mutants in a chaotic yet effective manner. Mutant Showdown. The final battle takes place at a derelict construction site where the Turtles face off against Baxterfly's entire mutant army. Each Turtle faces off against a different mutant, testing their individual strengths and working together as in teamwork. Leo confronts Tiger Claw, Raph takes on Bebop, Donnie battles Screwloose, and Mikey faces with Mondo Gecko. April and Casey's role is April, armed with her journalistic smarts, uncovers a hidden weakness in Baxterfly's army, leading the team to exploit it during the climax. Meanwhile, Casey uses his streetwise tactics and unpredictable fighting style to disrupt the mutants' plan. The final fight. An intense face-off, Baxterfly reveals his ultimate weapon, a massive mutagen bomb aimed at turning all of New York's population into mutants. With time running out, the turtles launch a daring attack at Baxterfly's hideout, taking out his army and saving the city from destruction. With the bomb deactivated, they finally face Baxterfly, who's defeated in a high final energy battle. Post-credits scene. As the team celebrates their victory, the camera zooms in on a mysterious shadowy figure observing the turtles from the rooftop. The figure, clad in a dark armor and exuding a menacing aura, speaks cryptically into a communicator. It's time to prepare. The Foot Clan will rise again. A metallic sound echoes as the figure disappears into the night, leaving the turtles unaware of a looming threat. Teaser for the future! The scene cuts to the Foot Clan logo emblazoned on a shadowy figure's mask. The screen fades to black with a promise that the real battle is just beginning. Last one. Here we go. Same name. And, I'm still gonna read it. The story kicks off in the sewers of New York City, where Leo, Mikey, Donnie, and Raph are continuing their training under guidance of their wise sensei, Master Splinter. While exploring the city for supplies, the turtles accidentally run into a spirited and courageous young reporter, April O'Neil, who is investigating strange occurrences happening around the city. April is quick to spot the turtles' unique abilities, and after some tension, she becomes their first human ally. She introduces them to her childhood friend, Casey Jones, a vigilante with a rough and tumble demeanor, who is determined to help protect the city in any way he can. However, their newfound alliance is put to the test when an army of mutants led by the villainous Baxterfly, Baxter Stockman, mutate into a half-man, half-butterfly. What? Hybrid? That would actually be kind of funny. Starts causing a chaos around the city. The mutants include familiar faces such as Bebop and Rocksteady, Wingnut, Screwloose, Tigerclaw, Jaguar, Leatherhead, Mountain Gecko, and Ray Fillet. These powerful mutants are bent on terrorizing New York, taking control of key city sectors and spreading fear. The Turtles and Splinter soon find themselves outnumbered and overwhelmed as they fight against the mutant foes and uncover Baxterfly's plan to create a mutant-controlled army to seize control of the city. What begins as a battle against evil soon turns into a struggle for redemption when Wingnut, Screwloose, Leatherhead, Mondo Gecko, and Ray Fillet start to have second thoughts about their destructive mission. Same with Jaguar. The Turtles' compassion, especially from Donatello and Michelangelo, slowly starts to turn the tides as the mutants come to realize that they're being used by Baxterfly and his evil agenda of total domination. As the mutants begin to question their loyalty, a series of skirmishes and battles unfold, with the Turtles and their new allies taking on Bebop, Rocksteady, and Tigerclaw, who remained fiercely loyal to Baxterfly. Eventually, the Turtles and the redeemed mutants manage to defeat Baxterfly, but not before a final showdown that sees New York City in balance. With the battle won, the mutants who turned against Baxterfly are offered redemption and opportunity to find a new purpose. With the Turtles and April and Casey become trusted allies, and the Turtles find themselves part of a greater family that had ever imagined. Fighting for justice not only as a team of brothers, but as a united force with unexpected allies from both human and mutant sides. Post-credits scene, as the Turtles stand victorious, celebrating with April and Casey, the camera zooms in on a dark and shadowy corner of the city, the Shredder, his face obscured with his helmet. Watching the event unfold, a monitor, his hand curls into fists as he watches the Turtles unite in the very mutants who once served him. Oh, wow. A low menacing voice rumbles from the shadows. This is just the beginning. The Foot Clan will rise again, and nothing will stand in our way. The screen cuts to black, leaving the fate of the city uncertain, and the looming presence of the Shredder hanging in the air. And I am finally free! I'm done. I'm calling it a night. Bye!